Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Joe from Ghost Gaming, and today we have our new June 12th Banlist Locals Finals for y'all. We have Zoodiac, pure Zoodiac versus Dinosaurs playing, and our teammate on the left here, Michael, is piloting Zoo. Just wanted to tell you, all of you subscribers, and thank you for subscribing for first and foremost, but we're going to be slowing down with our content for the next 3-4 weeks. We're still going to do Locals Finals. We're still going to try to get at least one video out a week, but as well on top of that. But we're just preparing for Nats, so please bear with us. After Nats, we're planning to re-ramp up on the channel, try and do some live duels, set up live streaming for y'all, do more content for everyone, and yeah. But anyways, into the duel. Michael activates Barrage. Barrage effect is okay. Usually dinos play less hand traps. They might play Ash, maybe Ogre, but like they're a more combo oriented deck, so it's hard to fit those bad boys in. So yeah, he specials Rat, specials Hammer Kong, specials another Rat. Y'all know the drill. Specials or goes Broad Bull effect, searches Whiptail. Now here he could have searched Ram Ram and done the Degusto play, or make an Abyss Dweller if he knew he was playing against Dinos, or Tornado Dragon if he's playing it. But that if your hand's good enough, you don't really have to make Degusto because you're basically trading your contingency Zoo play for like what's it called an extra draw, but like you want at least one zoo way to zoo next turn, or just in case your board gets broken. And obviously Michael doesn't have that because he searched the Whiptail and did a normal summon at all. So he made the Hammer Calling set 3, said go. So the thing with Dinos, it has a hard time going second. I find like because they're so reliant on their field spell, and like Zoo is playing Ghost Ogres, Ghost Ash, Dryden, Cyclone, especially if they go first, right? That's 4 different outs just to a field spell. And yeah, the field spell is not once per turn, but if you have 2 outs to it and like an out to their Overraptor, like you're in a rough spot. Anyway, so our Dino player is just trying to figure out how to break the set 3 Dryden play. Obviously he doesn't have like Dark Hole or any of that, but even then, like Zoo is playing 3 My Body, right? So most of the Zoo decks, I should say, like Michael is for sure. So he does decide to normal summon Overraptor and activate effect, and Michael chalices it. This is definitely the correct play, in my opinion, because Overraptor is by far like one of the best cards in like Dinos. Like not only do you get the +1 for Miscellaneousaurus then when it pitches protects it, and then special. Y'all know the drill. Like Dinos are a fun deck. Like don't get me wrong. I bought the Structure X. I intend to play it, but I want to play it during Link format more. Right now I'm just focusing more on either Zoo or True Draco Zoo for Nats. But yeah. So anyways. So now our Dino player is trying to figure out how to, again, play his board. I believe he has diagram, or like he went to play a field spell, and now he's checking his extra deck. Honestly, right now he should just attack over Dryden, get the Dryden pop out of the way, and then try and do his plays after that. But yeah, we'll just see what he decides to do at this point. Oh, another thing I wanted to let you guys know, just with this video, we didn't set it up at a table that was empty. We kind of just were like, I kind of forgot to. So our swivel on our tripod is kind of messed up where it doesn't like stay properly. So we're playing on a table with 4 or 3 other duels going on. So they're banging the table, so the camera keeps going down and down and down. And yeah, so he activates the diagram and activates effect. And Michael does have the Ghost Ogre. Yeah, like Michael's hand was Barrage and Ogre and then set 3. So anyway, so he's going to activate Hammer Kong, or Hammer Kong's effect on end phase to detach material. Hammer Kong is really good. Like it makes Chalice kind of like meh, but you still want to play Chalice for like Dinosaurs, like the VFD and all that. But I prefer My Body by far. Like stops board wave, stops Dryden, can kill Masterpiece if needed, or if it possible. So Michael decides with this he's going to go into the double Dryden play with Checkanine, overlaying the old one and then making a new one, instead of going for what he could have been more damage with like Thoroughblade and like Ram Ram plays, or Ram Ram and Whiptail plays, which I think is correct because your opponent is kind of on the back seat. He does normal summon Whiptail. So he's not in this scenario. He's not really playing around Tarantula, but like you can't really play around one-ofs, right? So it's just not feasible to do so. So he goes to go Whiptail, then Whiptail effect attached to Bravo attack for 24, and now he has the double Trident play, and yeah, it's looking rough for our Dino player. So our Dino player is looking to set card. Uh, it probably was a bluff if he didn't activate it. Anything like it's obviously not Debarrier, it's not Torrential, it's not a Mere Force, it's not a strike. It might be a strike, but he probably would have strike the Drident, the second Drident. Just so he only has to deal with one, I guess, for the turn. But yo, we should play F-Zero in Zoo. Why not? Yo, that's actually busted. How does Masterpiece get over F-Zero? Damn. Thoughts. Anyways, continuing on with the duel. Our Dino player is just trying to figure out how to break what now is a double Trident play. Like, ugh. Zoo still Zoo. So he activates Soul Charge. Of course, Michael has the Max C. So he's going to bring back his Overafter and activate effect. But since he doesn't have Ash for the Max C, like, that's pretty much game. Like, he has to not only break the board, he has to break the board, play through a Max C, and not let Michael plus, like, a lot. Like, that's just so much to ask from a Dinosaur player that which needs to special summon. Unless he has, like, Raigeki or something, right? But I think his only play is he decides to attack the Trident, or he enters battle phase, and Michael's just like, pop. I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh no, he does activate pop, but the Dino player activates Ghost Ogre to pop the Trident. Okay, I thought he was activating Miscellaneous Source. I didn't watch this match. I was playing versus Scott, like 2 tables down, playing versus True Draco Demise deck. It was an interesting matchup. Scott lost game 3, even though he had skill drain because he didn't have a monster. He could have drawn monsters, so I was just attacking with Third Blaze and Rams, and we got there. But, yeah, so Michael decides to normal summon Whiptail. I think this is pretty much game. Like, he might not be able to put enough damage on board. But he definitely has, he, like, in such an advantageous position. Like, and I'm pretty sure, like, he's playing 3 Trident. So he could even go to a 3rd Trident. Zoog now, without Northern Invoker, gonna play 3 Brawl, 3 Trident. I guess maybe he didn't pick one up. I can't remember. I can't remember if he found one or not. Because we are missing one for our team. And I think maybe Brendan might be missing one, unless he got one. No, he got one from Galaxy. So yeah, I think we're still down 1 Trident for our team right now, but it is what it is. So the Dino player draws. It's looking very dire. Like, even maybe if he activates, maybe if he has like Tyranno, a way to Tyranno, and then he has a Miscellaneous Saurus to protect the Tyranno from Trident. But no, he decides to scoop. So this is game 2. Our Dino player, I believe he likes to go first because again, it's a going first format +1. Going second doesn't make up for like the fields you can create right now in Yu-Gi-Oh. So he summons Overwrapped and activate effect, and Michael's like, Ash. no +1 for you. So he does activate Terraforming. I probably would have saved Ash and Ogre for the diagrams, to be honest. If our Dino player is playing Diagram, which, oh yeah, he was. Yeah, game 1 he was. So he activates Diagrams effect. Popping Baby. Getting Baby, Special Baby. Then he can go Overraptor's effect. Popping Baby, Special Baby effect. I don't know. Dinos are a fun deck. They're kind of linear at some points. Oh, so he tributes 2 babies for his Lithogasm. Sorry. Now I guess we gotta see what Michael plays in his extra deck. So he's going to get rid of a Hammer Kong. He should get rid of a Bestwaller. Get rid of a Hammer Kong, a Bestwaller, and I guess, I don't know, a Degusto. No, he's playing 2 Degusto, so maybe a Bestwaller and I don't know. Problem is, now there's 3 Trident, so you're going to get rid of 1? No, there's 3 Bravo, you're going to get rid of 1. You could maybe a Check a 9 or a Tiger Mortar, but that's the thing. Like, Lithogasm was so much better last format because everybody had Invoker and Norden, right? All those stuff that you can like make like Terratops dead. You can make instant fusion and fusion subs dead. But now you're just like you're hitting all these like whatever cards. So he goes. So he does. He elects not to hit Abyss Dweller. Maybe he didn't see it, or maybe he doesn't realize how bad it can hurt dinos. Um. Yeah. So now he gets double baby effect. Must be nice, right? The fact that the thing that I find funniest about it, to be honest, is that they're mandatory. So like, if Maxi was still at 2 or 3, like you would have to main 3 Ash Blossoms, and which is what the OCG does. Not obviously not TCG. You might main 3, but like Ash Blossom again, I find it so subpar. Like game what are you? But yeah, like and then you hit the tanky, and then it's like, oh, but then they desires or something, or they activate terraforming. You're like, oh, Ghost Ash, and they're like, oh, Card of Demise, and you're just like, bleh. It's kind of hard game 1 to figure out what you need. You want to always try and make it a 1-for-1, but like it's not always the best thing. Like it's obviously amazing versus Maxi. It's amazing if you hit Card of Demise or Pod Desires, but like it can get baited so easily. Anyways, so our Dino player is going ham. He tries to activate Overraptor's effect again, forgot that he already used it, but he did make the VFD, and I guess this is a misplay then, because he should have... Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah, and then end phase it dies, and he gets the Kaiju, so he can't get Kaiju'd. Bullshit. But like, yeah. It's a cute play. I don't know, like, see if he just has Dark Hole, right? All that for nothing, and then he can just stack up a Trident, and then he has a Trident for next turn. Or even if he just has a Chalice, then VFD's done, and it's like, oh, I can do my zoo plays. Like, he basically needs a Bear or something, but he already went end phase, right? So it's like, standby phase, called Divine. Busted. But yeah. Oh. I don't know. Thanos, fun deck. Can't wait till Links to play him. Right now, it's just not their time, in my opinion. VFD is a strong-ass card, though, if it goes off. Alright, so now Michael is, I guess, just trying to figure out how to win this game. I doubt he... Well, if he doesn't have Chalice, so... He might have drawn a Kaiju, because he likes setting his Kaiju. So he's going to activate Barrage Effect. And what is that? I think it's Maxi. Wait, no. Oh, Ash. It must be Ash then, yeah. Because Barrage is still on the field and nothing got special, so... I just wish we had a higher tripod, because that way we can... Which we ordered, so that will be in soon. So that way we can see each other's graveyard and, like, have a better angle for all you guys. Right now we're just trying to get some, like, videos out for you. We're still a small channel. We'll build and we'll grow as we do. And get equipment accordingly, which our next one is the tripod, so just bear with us. Everything will get better. We'll get better. You'll get better content. But yeah, so I think he pitched Miscellaneous Saurus. Now he's just trying to figure out, I guess, what to do. He basically has game. He's literally 200 off of game right now. Oh no, he had game. He has game. He has Diagram. Why would... He's playing in Tarantula, I guess. Mirror Force is hilarious. Like, today I decided I took out my Ashes and played 3 Mirror Forces in locals just because I was like, I want to troll. I want you to attack. And it actually worked for one of our good players. His name is Rafi. I double Mirror Forced him game 1, and then he double Mirror Forced me game 2. Because he was like, I was like, Mirror Force. He's like, my body. I was like, Mirror Force. He's like, of course you have another one. I was like, yeah. But, so yeah, he does search Ultimate Tyranno. He could just attack for game. I guess though he wants to showboat and attack into a double Mirror Force. attack. Michael's like storming. He's like negate. Oh, the plays. Oh, And Michael's like, yeah, that's game. Too bad he didn't have two. So Michael starts off game two, activate or game three, activating tanky, rat effect. So when you go rat effect, you always want to make sure you have a contingency play. We learned this from Dan at EU Nationals or UK Nationals. He goes rat effect. Guy goes ogre. He's like, okay, pass. Like you could have done the full fusion sub combo if you just didn't go ogre or rat effect. And that was obviously yesterday or whatever on Sundays. So yeah, so Michael is doing. He's most like he's since he's doing this, he's not afraid of Ghost Ogre, so he's probably just going to do the full Degusto play, or he could just go Abyss Dweller if he feels his hand is strong enough, because like Abyss Dweller shuts down all the babies miscellaneous, right? Like it's a great counter card. So this is just the send Ram pop your own Ram because it can't be used as effect for Real Force Special Rat. It's another basic Zoo combo now that we have. So he does decide to go into the Degusto. He wants that draw. Which again, it's not a bad choice. Depending on your hand, you can either go Abyss Dweller or Degusto. Abyss Dweller shuts them down. Like Abyss Dweller Trident is pretty much game, but Michael activates Paw Desires. Does he have the Ash? No. See, like in this scenario, if he activates Tanky, you're probably just going to Ash, right? Like it's a 1-for-1, and if they don't have another normal summon barrage, you win. Or if you have Ogre and they have Barrage, you kind of just win. But then if he activates that and then he activates Paw Desires, you're like, oh, my bad. But yeah, so that's why Ash is just so easily baited. Like you can't like you can be like, oh, hold it for game one, but you know. And so Michael activates Anti Spell on standby phase because he's less sack. If you guys watch Michael a lot, like he has a couple of them. He's like, oh, Maxi a lot. Oh, Anti-Spell a lot. Like, just kidding. Anti-Spell's not Saki. Maxi is Saki, though. But Anti-Spell, you have to know that every Zoodiac going first will have it in their side deck. Or that, or Ending Nightmare. But personally, right now, Anti-Spell is just better. So he decides to set one. I don't know what else he's doing. So he destroys two. But yeah, he doesn't realize that it's an inherent summon. Or it's not an inherent summon, it's activate effect, so Michael, of course, what we just talked about, has the Max C. But yeah, so it is an effect. These True Kings are effects that activate in hand. It's not inherent at all. And that's what I guess our Dino player thinks it is. Or thought it was. But that's another thing. Dinos just lose hard to Maxi. Like in the OCG, like if they didn't have Ash, jeez, like Maxi is game. Because like you go, oh, True King effect, you're like, okay, pop two babies, or you go Maxi and they're like, oh, well, I guess I still have to pop these babies, and they're like special summon three, and you're like, okay, draw three. You know, like, ugh. Interesting. So, yeah, they're adjusting the camera angle because it keeps getting moved from all the people banging the table. I don't know how Dryden died. Am I missing something? Oh, it's when you banish two, or yeah, the effects, you banish it, yeah, with the two fires. Gotta remind myself sometimes, you know? So he does banish two to special summon Le Bebe. I don't know what I don't know what Michael's doing with that anti-spell. And then he banishes two more babies to special summon the Sarcasm. He has to realize that this is an inherent. And yeah, Michael, I believe is still drawing off this. You just can't see his deck, right? Because we don't have a proper tripod anymore that like can extend. We only have one that we have to like stack on our deck boxes. But again, like I said, we're getting another one, boys. So he goes Lithogasm effect to banish three. So he banishes Trident, that one, and Broad Bolt. Wow, cool. But yeah, I like Let's Look at it. I love dinos as a deck. Just like the concept of them, it reminds me a lot of like Machina Fortress and like Dragon Rulers and like stuff like that. Like back in the old days, kind of like older decks. It just brings me back to that time, and it's a strong deck. Don't get me wrong, but it just has its faults. Um, so especially summoning these two. Um, damn. And he activates Overraptor effect. Michael looks like he's in a bad spot. Like, yeah, he has a Degust on field, but he does chalice the Overraptor. He has a Degust on field. Just watch Michael have the Mirror Force. Like, just y'all bow to see. I haven't watched this duel. I like when I commentate. I always commentate as like watching it for the first time. I don't want to like obviously I cut parts, but I don't like actually watch it when I'm doing it, so I can try and commentate to like without like giving advanced knowledge. Um, and I obviously didn't watch it. I was over wrecking Scott's ass on the other table, like 2 tables down. But yeah, so he's going to I don't know, maybe attack or please have a Mirror Force. Like that would just be too funny. And like Michael likes his Mirror Forces. He likes his storming and his bays. But we all do, man. Like Gadget Mirror Force, best deck. You play 15 Mirror Forces, play Gadgets, you play Pod Desires, how do you lose? +1s for days. Plus, right? It's basically Zoo without a Trident, but you have Mirror Forces, so who cares about Trident? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what they're trying to figure out. I don't know. Okay, so he was just deciding if he wants to give Michael another draw. And he's going to special Utopia the Lightning. And he strikes that. Okay. I probably would have maybe just attacked. That was a little greedy, but I guess he's going for game at that point, so I guess so. So he does have and Michael did draw a card off that. So he does have the attack and then the attack. And then he can make a VFD, but like VFD for all these draws, like you better hope that he drew just a bunch of spells under his own anti-spell, right? Like that's another thing. Like if you try and kill somebody under Maxine and then you can't, you usually are going to lose the game. So standby phase, activate effect of VFD, and this is when you're like Ghost Ogre and you're like, oh VFD baby, why? So you know someone's Thoroughblade. Obviously can't activate effect under VFD. Then he summons Tiger Mortar and Trident. Like, but yeah, like see, like this, like even just this play, like now if he goes VFD effect, you chain Trident, right? Like it kind of but the only way is if like the Dino player is able to bait out the Trident first and then activate VFD. But again, that's kind of hard. And Michael decides to set 3, like Lesac. So he activates Terraforming. Michael lets that through. So yeah, like here he can go like Diagram, and then like Troll and Lockbird. But like the problem is he's still under anti-spell. So I guess like Terraforming is like the worst card under anti-spell. Because you you have to set Terraforming, then you have to set your Diagram, and then you have it's like literally so it slows you down for 2 turns. Oh, anti-spell should not be a card. But yeah. Yeah, and also the fact that it, like, negates pendulums, like, doesn't allow pendulums to play, it's just like, blah. So I don't know what they're discussing here. He's like, oh, if I activate VFD effect, can you change it? And maybe. He might be helping him out, I'm not sure. The Drone Lockbird though, like that card is amazing. Where it's like terraforming and like the thing and True King, like the thing, or True Draco. Sorry, the thing about like people saying Zoo's still not the best deck is like Zoo can just play whatever or like play anti-meta. Like it could go from a power offensive deck to an anti-meta deck like Snap, right? Like so instead of you just try and be offensive, you play all the cards, all the hate cards, like Macrocosmos, Defissure, and stuff like that. What did he just ask? Oh, he asked miscellaneous. But yeah, so it's just like, I honestly think Zoo's just the best deck still. Like you want to, we have to see what like the meta shifts to, but if True Draco's the best, just main Kaiju's and Drone Lockbird. Well, what does that deck do, right? Now Zoo's again the best, and then you have to like that's what the triangle format is going to be like again. I think with like Kaiju Zoo and all that. So he's going to chain Whiptail effect, or Whiptail to Trident, and now see like this is where the bait game goes. So now if he like has to like, if he has to go VFD effect, right, to negate the Giant, but then you can Giant and pop it, and it's just like, but then the Giant doesn't die. I think he just lets the attack go through. Yeah, like he just has to let that happen, and then just keep attacking, and then Michael's gonna have to Giant pop, and then he has to VFD. But then if Michael has a strike, and oh my God, you know, but yeah. I don't know. It's just like it's a hard choice here because that's the thing. Like VFD, sure, it can stun him for a turn, but then if you don't have like another way to like just get at him, they still have a Giant for your VFD then, right? So he activates another Whiptail. Oh my God. So he changed Whiptail to Whiptail. So now he has to chain VFD. And then he can just dry it and pop it. And it's like, oh, you played yourself. Down. The double Whiptail play. Oh, the blowout. Oh. But yeah. So, it looks like Michael's going to win this game. I don't know. I obviously don't know what's in his hand other than the diagram. So yeah. So base. How did the VFD not die? I'm obviously missing something here. Like, my bad if I missed something. Like, come on. Ugh. Anyways, I don't know how the VFD didn't die because if he activates effect to the double Whiptail, then you chain Giant pops it, right? But maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just a misplay on their parts. Maybe it's a misplay on my part. Y'all figure it out. Tell me down below how. So he's going to summon Whiptail, and then check an iron, and then check an iron effect. Especially Ram. Then he's going to go Tiger Mortar effect. Put a materia under Trident. Yeah, it's basically looking like the Dino player just ran out of steam, right? Like, that's just kind of what happens. And also the fact that Michael had Max C is kind of what won him the game. But he goes Broadbow effect, has no targets to search because he did actually Pod Desires. One thing that Pod Desires can do is, like, since you're not playing that many Zoo cards, it can, like, mess you over, right? But +1 is just too valuable in this game still. So now he's going to attack with the double Whiptail underneath, so that's 4,100 Trident attacking over the 30,000 dude. And he does have Ram in defense just in case there is a board wipe, but again, diagram. Oh, he forgot to set diagram under anti-spell. Damn, that's not good. Oh. But then again, he does have a Trident, so he sets 2 and sets the field spell now, but if those aren't like mirror forces or something, and even if they are, like if Michael has won my body, it's like over. But yeah, so like this position is like, yeah, Zoo just like, what is he supposed to do? Now he makes Tornado Dragon, and Tornado Dragon effect to pop one, and keeping defense mode is definitely the right play. Damn, that's Dark Hole. Oh, Dark Hole should be in great right there. But yeah, anyways, guys, so Michael wins this duel. I just want to say thank you for everyone who subscribes.